Greetings,
Hello.
y'all. Hello. We'll think of something. Um, hello. Welcome back to the Marvel Movie Half Hour. I am David,
And I am Donovan.
and we're here to watch all the Marvel movies. We've already watched one so far, so we're getting there. We're making progress. It's gonna be a long journey ahead of us, but we'll
But I
get
will
through it.
say this.
Mm.
The movie we have reviewed, as if you couldn't tell, was an extremely massive step up from Howard the Duck, and it's only going to get better from here.
He'll have its ups and downs, but mostly ups, in
Uh,
my opinion. So
I mean,
yeah,
this is one of three good movies that's going to happen in the course of this movie marathon.
yeah, definitely.
Maybe more, unless I'm losing count, but you know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, at least like this. These first three episodes will have something good over the course of 2 weeks of starting this. Um,
Howard the Duck. Ooh.
I tried finding that song for an Instagram post, but I couldn't. I just found a random Howard the Duck song. I don't know if it was from the movie or not, but I used
Oh,
it.
I found the theme song. If you need me to send it to you.
Oh no, it's an Instagram post, like just setting music to a picture. For some reason, I couldn't
Uh,
find the song, but that's okay. But we did watch Howard the Duck. It was peak.
Howard the. No,
Yeah.
stop, man.
Okay. Um. So we were very excited to move on with this journey. Starting, we watched Blade
Yes,
yesterday, and this is that was my first time watching it. How about you?
same here. I've heard it was a really good movie, a very underrated movie, given the fact that no one really gives it as much credit for really kickstarting a lot of Marvel films.
Mm-hmm.
I see why credit needs to be given to this film. I really do.
Yeah, me too. I was surprised. Well, not really surprised. I was kind of I was just impressed overall. I wasn't
Yeah,
really expecting what I saw. It was good. Surprisingly
yeah.
good. Um I don't really know where to start. I guess I'd say so the meme from Deadpool and Wolverine, which we'll get to. Wesley Snipes saying there's only one blade, there's ever going to be only one
Be
blade.
one blood. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he makes that a reality in this movie.
Yes. He is really good. And he's very fun to watch. I love just the humor of it too. Like he has the aura,
Oh
but
yeah,
he
he was.
also
This movie was just nothing but hype moments in aura, to be honest.
yes. But I also just love the goofiness of it too. Like the first scene, the first fight scene where when he appears and like
uh,
he's about to throw the I almost said battering the blade boomerang thing, and then he smiles before he throws it, like that face that I have on my profile right now.
yeah, and then afterwards he does like another face where it's just like yaw.
Yeah, he's like yes.
Yes,
It was just like yes, good, yes
this
sir.
is this is humor done right in a Marvel film, especially for something as dark as Blade.
Mm-hmm. I would like that. I would like the Marvel humor to be in the
Yeah,
present day. That would be fun.
yeah.
I love. I'm sure it gets funnier in later movies, but there was one where it was in the hospital and he was getting shot at. He was like, "Well, I'm not gonna say it, but
Are
mother,
you out of your you know what mind? Are you out of your dang mind? And
dang man."
he says this to the cops, and his voice cracks so funny. And the
Yeah.
voice cracking was so funny. It's just like that's not Blade. That's just
Hmm.
Wesley Snipes. This
It
whole
is.
movie was just Wesley Snipes. It wasn't even Blade.
Hmm. I actually don't know what else he's been in. Like this is the only movie that I could think of that he was in.
Yeah.
Um, that's not bad though. Um. So yeah, he was cool. I loved his suit. I love the coat, the long
Yeah,
coat in the wind, like the coat
he
flips and
actually
everything.
flaps flaps the coat.
Yeah, he does. Um, I do like the vest, and I like that he's kind of stacked on weapons. Just
Yeah,
he's like Punisher, but not for everybody, just for vampires.
he's like the vampire equivalent to Punisher, where instead of him using primarily guns, he uses primarily like no pun intended blades and stakes.
Hey.
He has a gun, yes, but
Hmm.
it's not like a walking armory like Frank Castle is.
Yeah. Also, can you talk about like you didn't like when they call them by their superhero name? Because you mentioned
Yeah,
that.
I do because back then, when like back then, they sometimes they would call them in like the older films by their superhero names, but it's like they didn't want to, you know. When they actually called him Blade, it actually surprised me because I throughout the whole rest of the movie beforehand they didn't call him that. I thought they were just going to call him the Daywalker or like something like a completely other nickname. I didn't think they were or like his real name Eric. I didn't know they were actually going to call him that. And in
Hmm.
a movie that's dark as this, I wouldn't have imagined them actually calling him by his real superhero name. I thought they really started this with the Raimi Spider-Man. I didn't think
Right.
they called him that.
And that is the beauty of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man is that when you realize how much they embrace that sort of lighthearted comic book goofiness there.
Yeah, but in
Um,
a way, it was like if we're gonna be honest, there's no way they could have made Spider-Man realistic like they did with X-Men and Blade, though.
no, no,
There's
there's
just
no way.
no way it would have been able to be a thing.
Tasm is one thing, but
Chasm is one thing, but again, it's still Spider-Man.
yeah, absolutely. I will say Daywalker is a great name though. That
Yeah,
is a great name for a blade. Um, so this might be a hot take, but I feel like Blade was not the main focus really. He felt
absolutely.
he felt more like a secondary character in a way in some areas. It was mostly focusing around or showing a lot of the other lady, I forgot her name, who works in
Karen.
the yeah, that's right, Karen, who's great, great character. But
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's just me, and I'll have to watch it again just to see. But sometimes it felt like okay, Blades. It's not really that deep with him, not really that complex. His mother died. She comes back. You know, he misses his mom. He's a daywalker killing vampires. That's pretty much it. And he's got his friend who is really
Whistler.
cool, Whistler. Yeah.
I like the Whistler. He gave me like Sam Elliott Ghost Rider vibes in
Hmm.
this film.
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty cool too. I actually was so sad to see him go. For
Hmm.
once in a while, a superhero movie made me care for actually have feeling for a character, and I liked him.
Hmm. It was mature for its time. Also,
Yeah.
can we talk about the kid, the poor
Oh
kid?
no, that come later.
Okay, fine.
That
Um,
happens later.
yeah, let's get to the other characters. Yeah, Whistler was cool. The villain, uh,
Deacon Blackheart.
Deacon Black Frost or Blackheart? No,
Black
Blackheart is
Frost. Blackheart is Blade. Black Frost is Ghost Rider.
okay. Really? I
Wait a
thought
minute.
no. He says Frost in the movie.
Deacon. Yeah, it's Black Frost. My bad.
Okay, no, I thought it was different too, but he was okay as a villain.
Yeah,
Mm.
he was out there, but
Yeah,
I
he
liked
was.
it. I
Hmm.
like.
Just a douchey villain. You know,
Yeah,
we just need.
but
You know,
it works though.
it does, and I miss that.
Can we
Um.
also talk about like the other character who, to my shock and amazement, was actually the actor who played Harvey Bullock in Gotham? He
Oh, he was such a good part of that
was so
movie.
great,
I
bro.
loved
Harvey
him.
was great.
Hmm. He
What
was
was his name? Was it Quinn? I think
yeah, it was Quinn. But
Quinn was like the comedic relief for that whole movie. I'd
he
say.
was really fun. Um yeah. And I just think the actors doing the vampire stuff, like all the vampires, just did a really cool job. Um
Yeah,
um I guess other aspects I like about the action. The action is there.
yeah,
A lot of the action in this movie was really good and choreographed very well. Um oh, I forgot to mention the part. I like the payoff. Like I knew this was gonna happen when Quinn took Blade's shades
yeah,
and then he shot him and he caught the shades and put them back on his face.
yeah. And it
That
was
was
just like
so good.
the aura farming was about to begin.
It's just so much ore farming everywhere.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, he's a badass.
yeah.
Um,
Speaking of Black Frost, though, like I will say, it's nice to have an imposing villain in some aspect now.
yes,
It is so nice to see a villain not willing to hold punches.
yeah, definitely. He just
When
does
I
not give a crap.
when I see this movie, I kind of see a bit of the first Ghost Rider movie in it because it kind of
Hmm.
feels like Ghost Rider took some inspiration from this film,
Definitely, yeah,
especially from Deacon's plan. He's going to summon something called Lamagra, the Blood God, and he needs like Blade's blood to do so. And he uses the other pure blood vampires, which it's weird that they're all an organization like a mafia sort of deal.
yeah. I like that. It's
I
really
like it too,
yeah,
but I will say though the whole blood god thing with Black Frost could have been a bit better because all it did was give him red blood eyes and a healing factor, which for 1998 didn't look too bad.
right.
But at the same time, it's like
Like that's it.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
all we got. And
yeah,
at least in like Ghost Rider, something kind of happened.
right.
Not really, but something happened.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Um, yeah, there's definitely a scene we'll talk about later, but I also love the cinematography and coloring of this whole movie is very well done as well. I like that
Yeah.
everything's blue and green. That is action in the late '90s, early 2000s for you,
Yes.
but it fits.
Not to mention the shaky, like staticky camera cuts. I call
Hmm.
them the Saw cuts because it kind of reminds me of the Saw films. That also works for this movie. They don't go overboard with them like Saw does, but when they need to, it works.
Hmm. Three times mentioned about Saw in this review, because the first time I think Quinn had a messed up face. Was
Yeah, I
it?
said Jigsaw because there's a character from Punisher's Rogues Gallery called
Oh,
Jigsaw,
that's right.
and he got like scars around his face and everything.
Okay, my bad. I was thinking of the other one. Um, I forgot the second time. I think it was a VHS. And he put it
Yeah,
in.
the VHS that literally says "Play Me" on there.
Yeah. Um. So. Oh, okay. I do have some, like maybe two things that were kind of like what. So I think the first thing
Oh no,
it
not
was
bad.
the Well, do you want to do the funny scene first, or do you want to talk about like? I was thinking about talking about like when you turn
You can
into
get
vampires.
honestly, yeah, because like the vampire thing does confuse me too.
Yeah, so it's like so Karen gets bit, but then she takes a cure and she can survive that. So when the vampires break into their facility later and then bite Whistler and he's about to die and he basically kills himself. Um, so he doesn't. They don't think about giving him the cure then because I feel like,
I
'cause once you're bitten, you can still take the cure and you'd be fine.
I feel like the reason why they didn't do this is because they did beat him up bad. Bad
Yeah.
enough he already was kind of crippled a little bit because he had a limp and a knee brace. And like Black Frost was stomping on his head and everything too. They beat him bad. So I feel like even if they did give him the cure, he would still be in a lot of pain.
True. Yeah, it was a long period of time, I guess, before
Yeah.
Blade got back.
So that's probably another aspect as to why it didn't happen. Though
Mhm.
I would have liked to see them give it a shot.
Right. That would have been interesting. That whole scene though, like I like that scene was great though.
That scene was great. It made me actually sad. I
Mhm.
haven't felt sad in a superhero movie since Logan.
Yeah. It gives me like Batman and Alfred vibes
Yeah.
for some reason. Cold-hearted dude with the old man, and not really a mentor. Whistler's not really a mentor. He's more like a
He's not a
confidant.
butler either.
No, he's not a butler. Yeah. He's like Alfred from BVS, where he's cool.
Yeah.
I'm joking. But
Another thing too, when it came to vampire cure, and see how this could make sense. Karen said, if you take cure, you're fine, right? However, if Blade were to take this cure, that means he's no longer a vampire. How do we know that for certain?
that's a yeah, because I feel like if it was like a human turning into a vampire, but then it stops the vampire from coming in, then that I feel like that I could understand that. But
Uh,
if he's already half human, half vampire,
like that physiology has been with him his entire life. How would that
right?
how would that get rid of his vampirism?
I don't know. It's like taking half of his person away, which I
That's
don't
like
think is possible.
that's like somehow, oh, you give Wolverine the mutant cure, but it doesn't get rid of his claws or the adamantium. It just gets rid of his healing factor. Like he's still Wolverine at the end of the day.
Yeah, true. He is. He's got the bony claws. Um, yeah, that's a weird concept there, but nothing
And I
that I.
also do respect how Blade's like keep the cure anyways, because he
Mhm,
still knows there's work to be done.
right. Definitely. I love that. He's just going around the world looking for vampires. It's great.
Yeah, he literally goes to like in the end of the movie to Moscow, Russia.
Yes.
The last bit of aura farming he ever does in the entire film.
Hmm. Yes.
They knew back in '98. They knew.
Yeah. um Also, before we get to the scene, we didn't really talk about, or I didn't talk about Karen that much. I did like her character a lot in this movie.
Yeah, I
I
do
like
too.
I like the foreshadowing of like he when he says, "Do you know how to use a gun?" She's like, "I learned quickly,"
And she did.
and she did. That was really good.
What I
Um,
find funny about that scene though, he said safety's off on the firearm. Just gives her a fully loaded gun with no safety on, and she doesn't know how to shoot.
exactly. I
That was
can learn
the
fast.
funniest
Oh my
thing.
lungs! It's like,
That was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, dude,
it's like,
okay.
do you know how to shoot the gun? Just gives the gun before he answers. It's just like, whoa, hey,
Another
bro.
scene I found very ironic, unironically funny, was when the cop showed up to her apartment. She was packing up her stuff and leaving because she thought
Mm,
two vampires were going to come after her. Turns out it was a cop. The cop wasn't a vampire himself, but like he was a what they call a familiar, so like an underling to the vampires essentially.
mhm.
They literally pulled some insidious stuff with this one. Like at first, the cop is there, all biggie, no biggie. Then it shows Karen, and then the next shot is Blade right behind him. I'm like,
Yeah.
how in the world did you get? We literally had to pause the movie just to point that out because David didn't even see it. It's
Well, I
like,
was
how
so
did you do that?
I was so confused. I was like, wait, what?
We we literally thought that this was like the scene was shot wrong, like some editing mistake happened. No, that's actually in the movie.
I know he's fast, but like you could portray that better.
I'm like,
In
there's no way he teleported here, or
no,
he stealthily did that.
yeah.
There's no way.
Hmm.
It's like,
Ooh, this goes into my next point too. So after that scene, when he's like, when the fake cop has like blood packets in his
oh yeah, he
in his
brutally
trunk.
beats the crap out of this poor man.
He does, but the thing is, people don't know that he's not a real cop, and
No.
they don't see Blade just beating the crap out of him
Yeah, they don't
outside.
just see a dude with a coat, with a big bulletproof vest, katana, giant trench coat, and shades on, beating up a police officer.
Yeah,
They don't
which
notice this
that
until
is
he exposes himself.
one big problem with like the civilians in this movie don't do anything at all. Like, there's no
They're
character-based
literally
people.
video game NPCs,
They
bro.
are, unlike Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies, where they play a big part, and it's really fun to see the civilians and like how Spider-Man's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Um, I mean, I
Blade's
guess
not a friendly neighborhood daywalker, though.
he's not, but I would like some logic with these people.
You
It's
would
like,
at
wait,
least think like they would shoot it and people would look at him while he's doing this. Like
mhm,
they're walking away and they're just looking at this dude just getting beat up by a cop. This cop getting beat up by this heavily armed guy.
mhm,
It's only when Blade pulls out his gun and the cop starts running is when people react. And it's just
right.
like, what happened to this before?
Exactly.
I guess this just happens a lot in the city, so they didn't care. Plus,
Mhm.
this was '98; they didn't care for cops.
No. And I think this is a good time to transition to the big one. The
Yes.
scene. So Blade's
The
walking.
hype moment and aura in the ending of the movie.
Yeah, so well, not the whole thing, but like just the so Blade is walking outside in his normal garb, who cares, right? It's just a
Without the
heavily.
vest somehow, but I'm gonna be honest, he looked better without the vest than he did with.
Yeah, he looks a little bloated there, like with the vest on, seems
Yeah.
uncomfortable. But so he's walking around, he sees Black Frost across in the park. So Black Frost is holding a girl hostage while talking to him
In the middle of the daylight,
in the middle of the daylight. Thank you for thank you for
because
pointing that out.
I had to point that out because this next part actually pissed the both of us off.
Yeah, so we were wondering, like, wait, he's a vampire. It's daylight. How is he? Is he a daywalker too? That's a
Yeah, that's what
twist.
the big thing we thought was this man was a daywalker, or like because he was bitten, he was like only a human that transitioned into a vampire. He's not pure blooded. Maybe he has some sort of like resistance to the sun, or the fact that he was kind of standing in the shade. It did look like he was standing in shade.
A little bit, yeah.
No, it turns out it was fucking sunblock. Sunblock.
Blade,
He used SPF
freaking
100.
freaking
Bro.
Blade just goes. We were wondering, and then he just goes sunblock. And we go,
Sunblock.
oh.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
It
I'm
was-
thinking bro's a daywalker too, and even Black Frost says he wanted to become a daywalker
so
afterwards.
that would have been a good payoff. But then we go the funny
Yeah,
route.
yeah, but just sunblock.
Yeah,
That really deflated the idea.
again, like none of these people, like none of the civilians are caring
No
right
one.
now.
And what make it worse too is like two people actually walk in between the conversation and notice the girl and don't even notice the girl being held hostage. They just walk past them.
He
like,
lifts the
bro.
girl up at one point by her face.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, do y'all just not have any self-awareness
Yeah.
at all?
Call the cops. Oh wait, you beat one up. Never mind.
It's like, dude, you're not even gonna look at them. They didn't even look.
Yeah, no. But we and then we get to where he runs off. Black Frost runs off and he throws the child.
Yeah, here's the positive that like redeemed the negative sunblock effect. So
Wait. Okay.
I say this with a reason. Hold on, because superhero movies, whether it's Marvel or DC, of course they pull punches. No matter what year the movie was came out in, they pull punches.
Yeah.
This wasn't like a little kid, but it was still a kid, probably like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So Black Frost lifts up the kid, throws her into, I think, a hot dog stand where she breaks glass, head first into glass, and then is about to get run over by a bus.
And she would have
Like,
been run over. Like
yeah,
Blade's supposed to go super. He's supposed to power and consistency. He's super fast, right? But
yeah.
then when he can't, he's trying to catch up to this truck. That's when you're
He's
like,
just doing parkour.
yeah, but he's like going so slow when he was so fast in the apartment building.
Yeah.
Like what? So, but he saves the girl, and then he's
He
just
saves
like,
the girl.
and then he's
Go
just like,
home.
go home, and then
Just
she
go
just
home.
runs off,
Not
and no one
not even
cares.
not even a single "Are you okay?" or like moves the glass, which is still in her hair and face.
Yes,
Like, go home.
and then like she just runs off. And by the way, civilians don't give a crap at all. They're
No,
just walking. Um,
it's just like, dude.
that whole scene is
But I say it's a positive
yeah,
because this movie clearly showed they don't care about pulling punches. They will throw haymakers at you, and that was one of their biggest haymakers. A lot of movies from Marvel and by extension DC don't do this, even
right,
back in the day. So it's just like, whoa.
yeah.
It really shows like this character is that vile. And it's just like he doesn't care.
the
And this movie is really that dark that he's willing to throw caution to the wind with children.
the only like superhero related properties that are willing to do that are like The Boys and
The
Invincible.
boys. Yeah.
And like those are
only them.
actually R rated. Well, this was
Only
R rated
them.
too, but like,
But I'm talking out of Marvel and DC. I'm talking
oh
out of
yeah,
like the big two.
yeah. I'm just saying like Boys Invincible are the only ones that would, and Marvel and DC just don't.
Also, not to mention, we were actually confused by this. Deacon Black Frost, I'm going to backtracking a little bit. Deacon Black Frost was having a party.
Oh
And
yeah,
we saw like this kid. There was a kid in the movie. My theory beforehand, before David said something, was this got to be a child soldier. There's no way.
I was hoping it was. If that makes
And then like you brought up like I can't remember.
yeah, we don't need to say it, but like
Yeah, you brought up you know who, and I'm like, Lord, please don't let it be that. Thankfully, it actually was a child soldier
yes, thankfully.
who got the lights knocked out of her by Blade in one hit, which was funny. But like that, it was child soldier. I'm like, okay. So he recruits kids into the fold and throws caution to the wind with them. This man really just does not care.
No,
We need more villains for the sake of villainy now. Like we need more of that.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
like, bro, he does not care, and I love it.
Yeah, don't feel bad for villains. Just have them be evil. It can happen. It's great.
It can happen.
And yeah, other than that, this movie, general thoughts was peak, like you said.
Yeah. If I were to rate it out of a 1 out of 10, it's a peak out of 10.
But number wise,
I still would give it a 10 out of 10 because, like, number one, it's like the first time me and you have ever watched this movie, and two, like, giving credit to where credit's due for this movie, and three, it's just really good.
Yeah,
it's really a straight up gritty '90s film, and I love it.
I'm gonna go 9.5.
Fair.
Yeah, I it's not quite there just because of the stuff we mentioned earlier that were negative, but I do really like this movie. I'm surprised at how much I like this movie.
Yeah, now wait till we get to Trinity. Wait till we get to Blade Trinity.
I don't want to think about that.
Wait till we get to Blade Trinity with Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening to this wonderful episode. I already have a lot of fun with this episode than last episode. Just 'cause Blade was great, but Tune in next time when we talk about
The Mutie Brigade.
yes, that's a slur. Um,
They are muties, though.
they are.
No more muties. No more muties.
We're watching X-Men, the first
X-Men
X-Men movie.
2000, yeah.
Yes. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Tune in for that. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
So we'll see you then.
Yeah.
Excelsior.
Goodbye.
Good.
Oh, and always remember, some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
Damn straight. Let's go.